get some air, and I'm glad I did. Have to blur out some people maybe, but that's okay. And there's my favorite building in the background. During the pandemic, I actually looked up that place, the condo building there. They had some condos for sale, and they were actually pretty reasonable, I thought. I mean, I don't really know. Just from the area and what I thought they would be, they were less than what I thought they would be at the time. I haven't really looked it up lately. I was thinking, one day maybe I'll get one of them. They were cute too. I like the layouts. It's an interesting building. And that interesting grounds. And I love the area. It's right here by the Keller fountain where I'm at right now. Named after the philanthropic Portlander Ira Keller. And this is a very special little park they have here with the gorgeous fountains. So yeah, here at the Keller. Isn't it lovely? I was inside all day. It's rough on the brain, you know. I have to get out and get some fresh air. I didn't yesterday, and yeah, it's my first time doing it today. But here I am. Found a nice little bit of sunshine. Soaking in what I can. So apparently these fountains haven't been running for a while. They've been doing repairs on this park. I actually saw a fight go down here once. It was pretty ugly. It was between a white girl and a black girl. I know some of my audience are into interracial violence. And the black girl beat the white girl up pretty badly. I can't say she was unprovoked from the bit of it I saw, you know, which is like, you know, my advice generally is to recognize when people are angry and don't engage, you know. You don't need to have the last word. If somebody does something you don't like, forgive them. Practice that, because otherwise you're gonna be getting into some situations. This is just what I remember of it. But anyway, it was a while ago, 2016. The year I came back here. It was a hot summer. I had a rough summer that summer. It was a make or break summer, but things worked out. I had enough angels supporting me. I don't like to think back to those times though. But it, you know, I'm glad they happened. I'm glad I'm back here in Portland. I'm glad I don't know, it's interesting. We sometimes think that moving is going to solve our problems, you know? And I don't think it's wrong to live elsewhere. Sometimes I think we need it. Sometimes I think we need to go away so that we can come back with a renewed mind. It's the important thing about traveling and getting out of town that I think is valuable. You know, there's kids here. I love it. You know, Just remembering how good home is. Did a call today. I called the hate report to complain about the crime and how it's impacted retail in the downtown area. And I've been thinking about that call today as I'm kind of sitting here just being comfortable. And there's nothing really sketchy around. Every person I've seen has been totally normal. I saw one person who might be homeless, but you know, they didn't look to be bothering anyone or, you know, up to no good. They were just chilling. So I think about that. Contrasted with like this theft that is sweeping the nation, apparently. And I've seen it, and I've encountered some people who were, you know, I've seen it. There's people that do that for a living. You know, let's just be real. They steal and they resell. And it's a problem. But it's really had a negative impact. And it could just be the excuse that's being used. I don't know. But I don't like the quality sometimes of the experience of having things so militaristic almost, you know, the security everywhere, the enforcement. It's sad, I guess. I dream of things being more chill, people being more trustworthy. But as it sits right now, things are pretty peaceful, and it usually is when I go out. I've rarely encountered, you know, sketchy things. Usually it's at night if I do. So try to keep that in mind. It's unfortunate that it is that way. If only it could be even, you know, safer and more secure. Without needing to be like so just locked down, it feels. Yeah, it feels like just being locked down. It's interesting that they use the term lockdown too for when the China virus came through. The China virus, what a silly term. I think about that too. It had such a big impact on the Chinese. And you heard about things happening in other countries. That was just horrific. It was horrific what happened here too, don't get me wrong, but the scale of the freedom violation that went on. And the way it messed with people too. Like it had a really profound, psychologically disturbing component. And it wasn't just like the experience of being isolated, but it was also the fear mongering constantly. And the mental health pushing constantly, and yeah, it was just overwhelming. overwhelming. Yeah, I should just move on though. But I do think the culture shifted significantly after that, and it became this more militarized, private militarized society. I think things just got more polarized too. So we can pull out of it. We will, actually. So anyway, I don't know why this has come up sitting here. Maybe I haven't been here in so long, it's just dredging up memories. Isn't that nice? I mean, just look at it. There's people enjoying themselves, there's beautiful trees. Maybe I'll go down the other side and get some other shots of it from the front. Since you've listened to me this far, ramble on. Okay, so I came around the other side here, and it's pretty interesting. This whole part of the park is really off limits to me. I'll kind of go over on the other side and show you more of it, but it's lovely. Isn't it something? There's that condo I was talking about in the background. You can get a better shot of it with this tree branch not in the way. It's a stunning building. Okay, yeah, this is a good shot here. Okay, so here we go. I love the shape of it. It's so, unusual. Okay, I've kind of come out of the park, but I thought this was funny. As I was on the other side there, it was smelling kind of funny, like really heavily chlorinated. So I think they definitely don't want people in the water. I remember people used to go in it. I definitely did. But they don't want us contaminating it, so I suppose they've contaminated it instead. Awful. Oh well.